typically we'll do like a percentage type based or something like that.
Okay.
But why don't you go ahead and then tell me what it is you're looking for, um, what your needs are. I'm sure in the beginning you probably want to just start more slowly. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, I'm just gonna turn it over to you to let me know. Like,
Okay. I'll give you a take. So we are a multidisciplinary practice. We're all cash. Primary services are physical therapy. I would say 80%. The other 20% is chiropractic. We do have a wellness side of our practice. We've had four soft chamber hyperbaric chambers the last five
oh,
years or so. We
nice.
have additional regenerative therapy services regarding like shockwave, EMTT, very stores, more orthopedic in nature, red light, PEMF, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So what we're looking to do is expanding. So I'm just bringing in VO2 max testing
Uh-huh.
now.
Yeah.
So how I envision this is VO2 max testing, we have resting and active metabolics. There is a dashboard that's connected with this VO2 max testing, which allows us to give recommendations as far as nutrition and exercise. Me having been doing peptides probably like the last year or so, I've had some really, really good results. I do IVs, I go to like hydration rooms, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I look at it as here's a good opportunity for us to have good conversations with people that go beyond just rehab, right? We've taken them out of an injury, but now like how do I extend your life in a sense? So, okay, here's the initial pieces. You need good nutrition, you need good exercise. But would you like to expedite the process? So, yes, we have hyperbaric, but that's time limiting because people don't want to come in that much. But if we have a service such as an IV or a cell factor or peptides,
Yeah.
that gives us a way to expedite the process that's really worked for me already.
Right.
And I probably feel I'm 45 right now. It's probably the best I've felt in a long time.
Nice.
So I've looked at having medical providers come in the past, but then you needed a corporation that was 50% of them. I was like, I don't want to deal with that stuff.
We get
Um,
all that, all this whole
yeah,
structural stuff. It's a lot. So you'd
yeah,
rather just have someone come in, like maybe start out, I have a nurse that's coming this day between this time or something
yeah.
like
Like
that.
one day a week where we keep all the sales processes in house. Like I'm doing the consultation. I was like, okay, let's get you on BPC 157. We can blah, 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 blah. Our wellness days are Wednesday from this time to this time.
Yeah.
Are we good? Okay, then
Yeah.
you would come on that day. Um, yeah, because I love the IVs, I love all that stuff. It's just not underneath our practice
Right.
act.
Exactly.
So
You got to
how
be
do we?
careful with the healthcare laws for sure and the state laws and regulations. And so, and then we also have a functional health, a functional NP that can provide a real deep level if any of your patients need support, like, hey, this is just, I'm struggling, I'm still struggling. I've got fatigue. I'm doing the peptides, I'm doing IVs, I'm doing the, you know, HBOT, I'm doing all these things, but I've got these remaining issues, whether, I mean, it's so encompassing, right? Like
Mhm.
everyone now, hormones are not like, if you look at numbers, they're just plummeting with women and men, and we know how supportive those can be and what could be the upstream causes for why are your hormones not why are you having issues with your hormones, adrenals, mitochondria, there's that health, there's so many things too. So if you have any patients that need that extra support, um, she is a functional nurse practitioner that we can send them to, and then our nurses can provide the treatment with she and the doctor developing the treatment plan, right?
Mhm.
So um, then we could have the nurse. We have a few, so I'll talk to them and see, I mean, as you get busy, you might need them all, or find out who would be best on what day, how many hours they could dedicate. I'm sure it'll take some time to build up. And then if they do put them on um, a peptide. I'm going to text my partner and see if she might want to come on. But um, oh, okay, she's going to try to hop on. Let me tell her I'll send it to her. Um, so let me just see if I can find that invite here really quickly. Um, so if they, let's say they need you want to start peptide therapy, like they could come in once a week and then they could mail them their peptides, or we could drop ship them or
Mm.
not like they need to see them, every week or something like that. Um, for IVs, obviously, that is in-house, right? You'd be doing IVs, vitamin injections, those kinds of things. There's a lot of things that could be really supportive with your IV therapy, glutathione, you can support methylation with all the Bs, all those things like that help get inflammation down that could be very supportive for what you're doing. Um, People before and after recovery, like recovery, glutathione is great. So IV therapy, then you've got your peptides, obviously, that, I mean, I'm sure you've been doing BPC, TB500. Um, and then you've got your growth hormone secreting peptides. We've also got GLPs, which they're not just for weight loss, they're been amazing for so many things.
Now,
Um,
Donna, let me stop you and clarify for a moment.
yeah,
So, the and I just want to clarify. Jason has signed up through Edgemedics, so he'll be getting all of the peptides and cell factors and stuff through Sanjeev through that. So,
Yeah, through the Edge Medics program. I think
got it.
yeah, I think the good thing here is one, I think you're spot on with what you're talking about. Like, so if you combine cell factor into like repair to repair tissue with VO2 training and build endurance and like do the HBOT to supercharge that oxygen delivery, it's a great protocol. We have a few of those protocols that we've already put together, so we'd love to share those with you as well. But your body gets more oxygen, it uses it better, and then it recovers faster. So your VO2 max and your stamina increase faster than, just training alone and standalone. So there's a lot of ideal use cases, but we have a lot of even if you wanted to call it a performance stack protocol for yourself, something
Mhm.
along those lines. So
Yeah.
I think that is great. And the component of I think it's just done on what it is for him to get someone there to actually inject.
correct.
Mhm.
Inject the cell factor. So
All
it's
I
the
really
mean,
just about the cell factor then. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
And
and if he buys peptides or
IVs,
yeah.
because they're not going to be injecting peptides. The patients, because
some,
peptides are a daily thing, right?
well,
So
some of them are. For instance, on the protocol I'm on, I have 4 peptides that have to be
I
injected by
mean,
IV once a month, in addition to the cell
she's
factor.
on a foundational reset protocol that Arvind and I put together for her.
Yeah.
Courtney just hopped on, guys. So Courtney's my partner.
Hi,
Um,
Courtney.
Nice to see you all.
Hi, Courtney.
So I think maybe the answer is he's looking for something that might be
just to go and basically you need someone to administer. So basically, um, it's just to it's just for
The
the
labor.
yeah, just to put yeah. So what are your guys' thoughts then financially? Because I don't know. Are you looking then to pay someone by the hour or something? Is that what you're looking to do? Or would you be able to would we work out a percentage then? Because see how our nurses work right now is they get a commission based on everything that they provide. So all the services that they provide, they get that commission on their product for those services. That's how they get paid. That's how they get their revenue. Um, so just wondering what your guys' thoughts were on that. If it's really going to be, so it's really just going to be like IVs, doing IVs maybe, um, the cell factor. And then if they do have, so there's a once a month protocol for these peptides with the cell factor, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, again, I didn't know what the answer was. But at least like hearing Arvin and like the different protocols that he's putting together. So let's say I do a VO2 max testing or I do like a wellness consult with someone. It's like, okay, we want to increase your aging and longevity. We're going to start with this IV that's going to have these different things in there, and that's going to expedite the process. At
Right.
the same time, one of our highly doubted nurses will number one administer that, but she or he will also show you how to administer a peptide and where to put it.
Uh-huh.
You
Got
know,
it.
so like
Yeah.
there's this educational component to it
Yeah.
as well. One thing also hopefully what this person does is like, okay, let's say I'm suggesting this protocol for the person, but it's another line of defense where make sure I didn't miss anything. I didn't miss any red flags. That way I'm off the hook when it comes to these things. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it.
Well, you need
Um,
the, you don't want to practice out of your scope, right? So you want to be,
correct.
yeah. And
Correct.
that's fine. We can totally have someone, like I said, we have a few different nurses that all said that they were interested, so I could talk to them. We would just have to figure out the how they would benefit from this as well financially. So maybe some type of percentage. I don't know what you're going to be.
Yeah, what's a typical percentage that um your nurses will work off of?
Courtney, what do you do right now?
Yeah, I was gonna say with some of our contracts that we have, our nurses take around 70%. 30% goes back to the referral practice.
So now the conversation that we had with Arvind was that because Jason is physical therapy and chiro, he needed is it a PO or a PC which would
PC
come PC which would come through Sanjeev and
regen. It'd come through regen.
through
Yeah,
Regen.
yeah,
Oh,
regen therapy, which holds the PCs. Yeah, it's
okay.
it's the medical directorships.
Okay, perfect. So that was the first step, which solves problem one, liability, and all the issues with the state issues. And then the second issue was having someone on site 1 day a week to start to do the actual injections. So I think my assumption, and I don't know if this was yours, Jason, but my assumption was, paid hourly to be on site kind of situation.
Hmm.
And that's what the basic
Yeah.
conversation was that we started. And
Yeah.
again, the supplies he'll be buying through his license with Edgemedics, so he's getting it at cost, much less than I'm sure it would be if he were buying it through you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's got to make sense. So we haven't done that because we can't really do we can't do W-2s. Um, so we've never paid by the hour. And that's how our model is set up, is that's how our nurses get paid, is by obviously their
1099.
their commissions for the services that they're providing um, with the actual product itself too. So I don't know. Let me talk to Arvin, see what he thinks of what we could work out. Talk to the nurses, see what would be worth it for them to go out there, right? Because our nurses, I know no one's going to want to do it for $50 an hour or something.
Hmm.
I
Well,
just
I
tell.
think it depends on the volume also. Like if it's high volume, maybe so. But yeah, for one-offs here and there, we need to make it make sense.
I think
Sanjay,
what we were thinking was that it would be a weekly, every week. It's slated that Wednesdays are health day or
Right.
injection day. And somebody's there every Wednesday ongoing.
Yeah. Which, I mean, like if it's just a couple hours, a few hours, I don't know, maybe like a flat fee to have them come out there. It would probably need to be something like that. Um, but we could talk to them, we could absolutely talk to them and say, hey, because in the beginning, you might only have a couple patients, right?
Mhm.
So it would be rough for them to be like, oh, you know, have it be worth their while for $50 to come out there for an hour.
Yeah, I totally get it.
You know what I mean?
I totally get it. Sanjay, if I have a couple nurse friends myself, like through my friends, would they be able, like if I were to contract them, but would they be able to work underneath your PC?
Yeah, I can talk to Arvin about that. I mean, he's the physician. It's his PC pro. It ends up being,
And I think they could do that, Sanjeev. Like all they would have to do is sign an agreement with the with Dr. Naito, right?
yeah.
Is that who you're
Well,
using?
I mean, we will get that. That part is easy. I just don't know if does it have to be our nurse? I don't know. I don't think so because but if you had a contracted nurse in there and it was falling under the PC,
You would
that
just do it like that. Um, but then of course, then Jason, you would be the one then to pay Dr. Naito um
that's right.
her uh what's it called?
Yeah, and we have two
Direct.
other positions too that we could possibly use that are in that area as well too. So that way we don't
Yeah,
like
I'm sorry. I didn't understand the full, but this is good, at least we could talk, have the conversation and see, and if there's I we can certainly talk to them, but I'm just seeing like you're not going to want to necessarily pay them, for a half day's work if they're only there for an hour or two, so
Yeah, it's really in its infancy at this point, right? It's a proof of model essentially. Can we add this as a wellness service into a non-medical doctor type of practice? And then what would that look like? And then, because at the end of the day, I can
I
sell.
think you can
I can get,
totally do
yeah.
that. If you have nurses, like I think that's the best thing to do. Pay them $50. Say, hey, can you come in for? I would think most people would probably want to at least have a flat fee for a few hours or something.
Mhm.
Even if only they're there an hour. It's got to make sense for someone's time to come in there, and then and if I can still reach out to my nurses, see what they would be willing to do it for like a flat fee. um and I still think it would be very much worth it because these the profit margins on these things are, you'll be making the profit on
Mhm.
all of these higher end regenerative services that you're going to be providing. So I'm sure it'll make sense for you to do that. But in the beginning, you might have to pay for 3, 4 hours even if you've only got a couple patients there, right?
Yeah. That's
To
that's
make
kind
it
of
worth
like
someone's
the
time to
thought.
come in.
Like
Um,
let's say I had someone, okay, I have you for 4 hours, I'm going to pay you X. Then it's the onus is on me to actually get clients in there.
Right, to fill
yeah,
the 4
Yeah.
hours. Right.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Which I think you fit right in. Like I think that
You
you're in
already
a
did there, Jay, and I'll help you. You know I will. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're in a great position where these are the types of demographic, the patients you're dealing with. They're wanting recovery, they're wanting all the anti-aging, they're wanting optimization, and you've got two like Arvind. I'm sure Sanjeev, you can talk to Arvind because Arvind would be supplying the protocols. Standing orders would come from Dr. Naito. which you would also be needing to pay for Dr. Naito's fee to
Yeah.
be the medical.
I think it's you know, pretty I think this is how we should do it, and I'll confirm with Arvin, and I know he's traveling. But basically, we'd have two contracts: MSA with Naito to Dr. Hart, and then we already have an MSA already with you, Donna. So if you have a nurse, that could be that simple. But if the
Yeah.
dollar if the dollar amount doesn't work, then we can just find a nurse
So
part-time.
I'll ask them all. I'll get their bottom number and just say, hey, would it, because they're not coming from next door either. They have to travel a little bit. And then you guys can decide from there whether you want to supply the nurse on your end, which you can totally do.
Yeah, and I'll get I'll get the PC. The PC contract is pretty easy, and we'll use Nido so that we're all under the same doctor, and we'll use you know, under that platform. So
Yeah.
I
But
can
we're
get that
here,
done.
you know, if it makes sense for you guys, but I know it has to make sense financially for everyone. So, but I will reach out. We'll reach out to the nurses, ask at least so we can get that number. You can see Jason if that makes sense. You can talk to your friends, see if that's something they want to do. And then you got the other pieces that you need. So
There we go.
Perfect.
well,
So
that's awesome.
do you have Jamie, do you have the PC agreement for Dr. Hart?
I do not.
Okay, I will get that to you, and then that'll be the initial conversation, and then it's about finding that right next
Yeah.
person. So, because
Yeah.
that piece is just having a physician, because then the liability of the whole practice falls underneath that physician. So, Jason, that kind of gives you that freedom
Yeah.
of what you were looking for. And then we can do those protocols like you discussed. And if we wanted to do IVs, it falls under Dr. Naito.
Yeah.
And the reason that we do all of that is because Dr. Naito is doing ours at BHRC.
Mm,
Yeah.
And
got
so
it.
So
they're
it'll
very similar
work one way or another. Yeah.
yeah, they're very similar protocols.
Jason, have you ever looked at, Courtney found this laser, but I've been hearing people that have said it's been phenomenal. Have you ever heard of Helios laser?
It's a Phoenix.
It's what, Phoenix?
Phoenix is the manufacturer, the
Oh,
Phoenix
okay.
laser. It is phenomenal, and that would probably add a ton of value to your
Oh my
practice.
gosh, you literally should look into that.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I'm
can
hearing
share the
like
information.
amazing, like people, anything, any injury, healing. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
I'll look
using it
into it.
for all sorts of things, even like autism. They're doing it, congestion. I mean, just about anything.
Really cool.
It's not
That's
cheap.
my next venture. That's my
Mhm.
next addition.
Yeah, it's not cheap, but I think, but like it's not available in a ton of places yet. So it could be something. Yeah, that'll be the next thing. But I just wanted to mention it to you because I thought I've been hearing about it more and more, and we want it. I want to buy it personally. I'm like,
Mm.
not quite yet, though. Don't have the money for that yet personally. But
Is it a CO2 laser?
no. So it's like frequency red light type of, I don't know the exact technology, but it's people, whatever it is, whether you have any kind of injury, sports injury, um, like Courtney said, it's working on brain tissue, it works on scar tissue.
Yeah,
Just
I know. I've only heard of the Phoenix laser. I've heard of a Phoenix laser before, but I thought it was a CO2 laser. It's by,
yeah. No, I
but
need that. I need that too.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's by Rohrer though. I don't know if it's by
Oh
Helios.
yeah.
Yeah.
Helios.
No, it's Phoenix Thera Laser Systems. Helios is a brick and mortar that utilizes the Phoenix
Oh,
laser. Yeah, so I'll
I
straighten
thought
that
it
out.
was
Yeah,
the
it's
oh, okay.
Phoenix Thera Laser Systems. Yeah, look it up. I can send you guys the link as well, but incredible things. We're out here in Del Mar, Rancho Santa Fe area, and all the athletes, all the elderly. I mean, you can barely get in to get an appointment. And it's a good tool to have.
Sanji, Jamie, do you think we should work through email through the holiday then, or do we want to set another call for?
No, I mean we could work through the holiday on email, and I'm happy. I mean, I work all the time, so
I know.
Me too.
One
I
of the
mean,
benefits of being single again.
yeah, well, I mean, for me, it's like, how much can I eat? So,
Oh,
and
right.
sit on my butt. So I'm happy. I'm home for the holidays. So I would
On
like,
my
I'd
side,
like to be working on the holidays.
yeah, and our side, it would just be it's a simple ask for our nurses. So I'll get right back to you guys on that, and then you'll have your answer, and then you'll know what direction to go.
Thanks, Donna. Awesome.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
Sanjeev is going to send me the contract. I'll forward that over to Jason and Shark so that you have it. And then once it's completed, we forward it back to you, Sanjeev?
Oh, you can forward it to Arvind.
To Arvind. Got it.
Yeah, Arvind can take care of that piece because he has to sign. He's the well, I mean, either one, Jamie. But Arvind, it's easier because Arvind right now is on the agreement to be the signatory. I'll probably end up moving in that direction to be the signatory on all the agreements.
Yeah, not a
I,
problem.
I go
He
forward.
had expressed that it was going to be through BHRC, so that's why I was.
It's Dr. Nido and it's that MSO. Yes, at the end of the day, it is our company that will be hosting the MSO, but Arvind is the signatory on the contracts right now. So
Got it.
because he on top of everything else he does, he acts as our chief longevity officer.
There you go.
Is it in the contract, it'll show, I'm assuming, like how I'm actually paying this PC
It's
and
a monthly
everything.
it's a monthly fee.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a monthly fee. And depending on like the needs he had, like you have, it's broken down. So,
Okay.
and it's like a flat fee. It's not
Okay.
super expensive. I mean, we paid because Nido does like 3 of our clinics too. So we're using this as a business model to build more PCs in this area around it as well too.
Got it.
Because what we want to do is exactly what you're doing. We're putting this business model together for physical therapists, chiropractors, functional medicine physicians who don't have access to these services because of that, but they have the patients. And so just putting a PC over the top, and then anytime they get those services, it falls under that PC. We just have to hire an injector.
Got it. Yeah,
Okay.
then okay. Perfect.
I don't think you guys need, I would jump on another meeting unless you have another quick question for me. Anybody or?
Oh, you're good,
No,
Donna.
thank
Thank
you,
you. Happy
Donna.
Thanksgiving. Nice
Yeah,
meeting you,
thank you
Courtney.
guys. Happy
Awesome.
Thank you
Thanksgiving.
guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank
Happy
you.
Thanksgiving.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations to all of you. You guys are all going to do awesome things.
You too,
Appreciate
Donna.
it.
We appreciate
Bye.
it. By the
Bye,
way, Donna,
guys.
I talked to Lisa. Did Arvin talk to you about her?
No, well, I always talk to Arvin about Lisa.
Oh, okay. Well, I think whatever he shared with you, like I think she wants to like be the queen bee type of thing.
Yeah,
And
she's
so,
got a lot of good connections. That girl her brain's like nonstop. What can I do? What do
I
I
know
need
I
to
text her
do?
I text her all the time about protocols and stuff and self
Oh,
actors.
I'm so glad. Well,
Yeah.
good. Thank you for being there. She's awesome, and it'll pay off. And she's got a good heart. She wants to do the right thing, but she's on it all the time. Her brain never shuts off, I don't think. But yeah, we're excited. We're gonna do some good stuff.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll see you,
Awesome.
Donna. Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Good luck,
Yeah.
Jason. We'll keep you
Thank
posted.
you. Appreciate
You'll
you.
be great too. Okay, thank you. Bye.
And
All
then
right,
just
Jason.
Bye, everyone.
Sanjeev, I just wanted to, oh, everybody left. I was gonna tell the crew a little bit more about Jay's background. I think Jay's probably one of my elite level salespeople in all of Paul's community. So I think we get this admin, this structural foundational piece figured out. Like Jay can lead the way and really open the door for a lot of other doctors to do the same thing.
Yeah, if I can do proof of concept,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking destroy it. I
Yeah,
already know I
100%.
can. So it's just
I
like
already feel amazing about this. Yeah. I like the way that call went. It started a little slow.
Jamie, because I finished the self factor. Oh yeah, love them.
Oh, nice, Jamie. Well done, lady.
You should see my fridge.
Let's go.
There's this area of my fridge my wife's not
Oh,
allowed to
Jamie.
touch.
Okay.
And then these are the actual cell factors.
Oh,
Got it.
cool.
I've
Nice.
got,
What was it?
So-
Is that 10 ml again? What is
is
the
that
vial?
what?
What is the vial again? How big is the vial I forgot? I gotta go back to the
Oh,
certification.
um, the vial is,
The
I think
10?
it's 10 ml.
Yeah, okay.
I
Jamie, what were
don't,
you saying though about this cert? Yeah, I think it is, Jamie. I remember.
With so I finished the self factor certification. Is there more stuff
we're
I can
coming up,
study?
we're going to have a peptides
Nice
one
weather.
that we're
It's
about
weather.
to launch.
Okay.
They're putting the finishing touches on it, so it's probably going to be a couple of weeks. But no, that once you've done the self-factor certification, and even before, you can actually start ordering. So you can order now, for instance, if you and your wife want to start on it, you can start immediately.
Because the interesting, my I get my peptides through my boy, so my boy I get it through wholesale.
The way
But
he says
again,
that, it's like his boy pulls up the trunk, pops open.
literally, he has the connections at the pharmacy. So like, if I'm
Yeah,
looking at BPC 157 on the website, it's $69. I'm
yeah.
getting that shit for like 20. So
And when you go in, let me see, I can't see. But did you look under orders on our site as to what it was?
no,
You have that, Jay, and we haven't gotten to that wholesale piece yet. Like if you're buying a pack of 10 versus one. Like we will
Yeah, we do have a wholesale distributor agreement as well, which cuts
later.
the price down, but that's when you're ordering massive volume.
Yeah.
right.
So,
That's when you're teamed up with everybody in the community and you're cutting them a deal and you're getting a and you've got like 10 of the golfs together. We're going big.
So
Smart.
how I understand the model, obviously it's like this hybrid MLM kind of model, right? So you let's say BPC 157 costs $67 on this website. And then if I'm ordering this, then Jeremiah is getting X amount of percent cut or whatever it is. So at least when I look at the grand scheme of number one, like my practice, and if we're going to get other practices involved, like your margins in the actual product itself are going to be on your ability to sell it at X
To
amount,
distribute.
right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
to
right,
bake
whatever
in
you
the
want to sell.
price.
Yeah,
So
and we
if
don't fix the price, so you can sell it at whatever you want.
right. So if
Now, we're being told by Dr. Fab, who you didn't get a chance to meet. I don't know, does your wife know of Fab Mancini? He's
mm-mm,
he's big in the chiropractor world. If you look up Dr. Fab Mancini,
okay.
he is one of our clients and a KOL for us as well.
Okay.
So he recommends selling no less than $2,400 a vial.
For the
And you're
self act.
buying it at 14 for the
Okay.
self-factors, yeah, for instance. Um, but that sort of a markup is what he's recommending.
Jamie, I
Yeah.
heard,
So like
hold on real quick. I just want to make sure that maybe I'm off. Maybe earlier on, I thought I heard Beverly Hills was doing it at 2,200. Are they still at 2,200? Or are they about 2,400 now too?
They could be at 22.
they're at
Okay.
20. I went to the website. You can order it for 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, Jay. All right.
So when I'm looking at the business model, if I'm bringing this outside nurse, and again, the math needs to math at the end of the
Yeah.
Right.
day.
That's what I wrote
Um,
down on my notepad, dude.
that's how I'm kind of looking at all the bits and pieces. So I'm paying the PC this fee. I'm bringing in a nurse. Let's say it's anywhere between 4 to 6 hours on one day a week. What does this cost?
Yeah.
How many people can I actually? Because there's going to be those that aren't willing to pony up
They're not
2,200,
going to.
twenty-four
Yeah. Yeah.
hundred. They
You're
may
right.
they may start at something at the lower end, like the SS31 or BPC
Peptide. Right.
157.
Right.
So how does again I'm just putting the model together, which makes sense. And again, it's great to have these protocols, but not everyone's going to spend
Yeah,
$2,000 to $4,000
you're
up
spot
front.
on. You're spot on, brother.
So how does it? That's
So
where I'm trying to put it all together.
so we got, and you're better than I am at this because you've been doing it longer than me, and Jamie's good at it too. So we got to sit down once they come back and show us these figures.
Hmm.
We got to put it together, and you and I have to look at this runway and go, okay, here's where it's trending right now, but here's where it's gonna be, knowing our skill sets, knowing our delivery, knowing our marketing, all of that. So
Hmm.
here and then later. now and later. One of my favorite candies.
My favorite.
When they're soft, they're so good. Most of the time, they're damn hard. Let's go. I like
Sweet as
Toothfish too.
fish.
All right,
I
so
love
like
those
we got
damn
to do
things.
that. We got to do that assessment, Jay.
Yeah, for sure. So
So
once all the things are in front of me, then I
yeah,
can
then you can
figure that out.
determine. Um,
And
so
Jamie, it's kind of it's a bit of a it's a different conversation now with that with the PTs and the Kairos, but with them opening this up, the margin should still be very healthy per
oh
vial
yeah,
per one vial. Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. So, even if you sell it at the 2,200, that's still $800 a vial that you're
Hmm.
making on it. And typically most people are doing 2 vials a month to start, and then they cut back to one
Hmm.
after a certain number of months. In my case, because I have Parkinson's, or I was watching something this weekend, Shark. They say that mold toxification can mimic Parkinson's.
yeah,
And one of the houses I lived in, that's what I was talking to Sanjeev about when you guys were coming on. Um, in 2008 to 2010, I lived in a brand new, no, not brand new, a renovated, beautiful multi-million-dollar second row beach house in Hilton Head. And mushrooms were growing out of my master bathroom shower, out of the wall. And when they
wow,
came in and tore the thing apart, they found out that when they did the renovation, the pan, the
yep.
drainage pan had not been connected properly, and
Mm.
water was seeping down, and it was black mold.
Wow.
And I'd been living there for 2 years using that shower day in and day out, sleeping in the bedroom right next to it.
Just inhaling the
Um,
black mold. Yep.
so yeah, so I'm wondering, because mold can mimic Parkinson's, whether I actually have Parkinson's or not. But he was saying the protocol, because we're doing detoxification.
You're gonna find out real quick.
Well, he said it would be pretty similar. So they're starting me on the Fox and then SS31, and
What? So how much self factor are you gonna have to take?
I'm taking 4 a month
Okay.
Wow.
Hey, here we go.
for,
Well, see,
yeah,
here's what I was going to say to that, Jamie. Like, you're a good example of you finding one Jamie, though, Jason, and then there
Mm.
5, 6, 7 vials a month that they need, right? 10 vials a
well,
month.
yeah. And then I did, and there's
Like
more of these.
the quadriplegic kid. I mean, he needed 30 vials, wasn't it? Or was some crazy number? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I
Um,
told Jeremiah I would do is I would get some of my most toughest patients
Yeah.
right.
and then I would do it at cost.
Start there.
Just
To
yeah,
get started.
let me
Yeah.
get proof of concept and
Case
I'll
study
even
it
show them
out.
like, hey, this is how much I'm getting it for. I'm not upselling anything.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm paying for the time for my nurse to be here.
Well,
That's
But
exactly what would
right, yeah,
happen, Jay.
charge
That's the
them,
story
yeah,
from you.
just for
Yeah.
the nurse time, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be actually cool when we get to that point because we can document the heck out of that. And damn, like you're already good at that, brother. You're gonna have a heyday with this on social. Think about
Yeah,
it,
and
nobody else is doing this stuff, so you'll be
have
ahead,
you
cutting edge ahead.
have you talked to him about targeted fame,
No,
Shark?
I didn't want to step on Paul's toes because that Paul does a bit of that, and I need to talk to
Ah,
Paul about all this. And I've been really, I got to call him again.
yeah.
I thought I was bugging him a little bit, and he had his big event going on. And I know he was all hands on deck there, but he needs to learn a little bit about this. I think Paul could benefit from his ailments. I think Xander could probably have a better life. I don't know what it does there, but I'm curious. I think that'd be a fun science experiment. And then the way that yeah, the way that they do the marketing, I think there'd be some connection there with Bill and what you guys do, Jamie. Like,
Yeah, well, and what I'm doing, we're setting me up under targeted fame as well.
nice.
But I'm
Tell him a
going to
little bit about it
detox.
real quick. Tell Jay, you got to hear just a little about this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, and let me finish my first thought.
Sorry, Jamie.
I'm I'm documenting my whole journey as I start this process.
Smart.
Because Parkinson's patients, there's 2 million of us in the United States alone who are suffering. I mean, on my street, there's 3 more people that one that lives here and 2 that are parents of people that live here. And it's, 10 houses on the street. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
um, there's a large number of them. Targeted Fame, my company, which is called Riff Social, my partner has been in the marketing business and the lead generation business for a long time, and he's brilliant. And one of our secret weapons that we've used, we've turned into a product we're calling Targeted Fame. So, what we do is you have a business page that you post on, and we ask you to post more videos because videos are more engaging. People like them better than the static. So we have you do one minimum video a week. We like 3 to 5, but one is fine. And then we take that video and you're in Pasadena. So let's say your target audience is 50 miles outside of your office. We
Mm.
might show your video here in Georgia, for instance, to start. And we're going to bump up the number of physical eyeballs, real people, not bots, and bump the views up on your video to several thousand to start.
Mm.
And once it hits several thousand, which takes 2 to 3 hours maybe, then we send it back to Pasadena so that the people in Pasadena, when they're seeing it, they're seeing, holy heck, there's
Uh,
5,000 views on this. What am I missing out? Versus when they see a post which has 287 views, they're like, not worth my time.
Whatever. Yeah.
Right?
right.
So they're going to watch. When they watch for 3 seconds, like, comment, share, save, we tag them. Once they're tagged, every video that you post after that is going to be retargeted to that audience. So they're going to see you in their feed
Mm.
constantly. And what happens is people become, you can look up, it's called the mirror exposure effect, MERE. And it's like when you buy a new car that's,
Yeah.
I,
Yeah. You roll down
I
that
Oh, you
bought
see it
the,
video.
everywhere. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
all of a sudden you see it everywhere, right? Yeah.
Mm.
So that's kind of part of it, but it's more because of that, people get really there was a case study that happened in California. They walked around and knocked on doors and said, "Hey, who's the best real estate agent in the area?" And people had all kinds of names. Who knows? Then they took a picture from online. They made up a name. They sent out postcards to a target group for 8 weeks. And at the end of the 8 weeks, they went out and they knocked on those doors and said, "Who's the top real estate agent?" And every one of them named this no-name fake person
Mhm.
because they'd seen postcards for 8 weeks from this
Right.
person. So that's the same effect
It,
that we're giving you.
and Bill
Mm.
is like, I would consider him to be an OG pioneer, Jay. Like I've been
Right.
around a long time. I've seen all these guys, and Jamie and I have been in Frank Kern conferences, and Paul Goff sitting right next to us. Like I did all these things with these guys, but like
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bill would be in that category of like how Frank Kern filled the auditorium and then sold all of his books and then did his fun. Like Bill's the back scene,
Yeah.
magician. The guy's ridiculous, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this thing is really, really good. I saw it work with a no-name guy in our community that has Josh, right? Isn't his name that has the intestinal?
Joseph,
Yeah, Joseph, that he has this intestinal problem. Cell Factors is working for him, but he started
ulcerative
doing,
colitis.
yeah, there it is. He's doing the short videos, Jade. He's getting 50,000 views. This just
Mm.
dude in
And he
Colorado.
6 months ago didn't even have a social media account. He's not a social person. He lives on an 80-acre farm in the middle of
You're
nowhere.
already out there too. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, something to look
So
at, I think, when the time's right.
yeah, so that's part of the program. Now, we charge a fee. It's $3,500 in month one and then $2,500 a month after that. However, when your practice sells 4 vials, Sanjeev is giving you a $2,500 credit.
You
So
get a credit
if
every
you
month you sell
sell,
for.
well,
Some
and actually it's
pays for itself.
it if you sell 16 in month one, you actually get 4 months paid for. So
Yeah.
it's
Do you get
Mm.
it's
that every month you sell for, Jamie? Do you get it covered?
every time you sell four, you get another month, whether it's month to
Yeah,
month or
sweet.
you sell, if you buy 100 this month, you're taken care of for however long,
Think
divided
about
by
why we
four,
did that though,
25
Jay,
weeks,
though, because
25 months.
when we got a bunch of famous doctors, stuff's
That's
flying
what
off
we
the
called
shelf.
it originally. That was our original name for this, was famous doctors. And
Jamie,
we
don't tell
decided,
Jimmy. Don't tell Jimmy.
well, Jimmy, and Fab and the
Amazing.
different folks said, doctors don't really want to be famous, but they want targeted fame.
I look forward to Jason meeting everybody when the time's right on that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's wait. Let's come back together as a team and let's push through. And Jay, I think you could obviously just, be the leader of the bunch here and let's do this the right way. But if you need me, just let me know. I've got to travel Thanksgiving, Red Eye, Buffalo for a couple of days to do more of this. Keep me in your thoughts on that. But I'll be in email, and you can text me.
Okay.
I get back on the 3rd.
Yeah, and
The second,
I'm here
actually.
and around. I am going to be in Vegas the 11th to the 14th at the A4M conference.
Oh,
Mhm.
maybe I should just heal up there and hang out with you and do some work. Okay,
It's
let's
I'll
talk
be
about
there for
that too.
4 days. So, all
Okay, nice. Let me know
right.
what you guys need though. Thank you, Jamie, for setting this up.
All right.
I like the way
Yeah.
that going.
Thank you.
Hmm,
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Cheers, guys.
Jason.